Hi everyone, Jay here from White Mouse Studios, and today we are going to talk about OSL, or Object Source Lighting. So there are a few principles to consider when you are doing OSL or Object Source Lighting. Here's a Space Marines repulsor that I did in the Ultramarine chapter. Let's take a look at the headlamps, and then let's also take a look at the plasma coils, and then talk about the principles of what we needed to do in order to create this effect. The first principle that we need to consider is what is the light source and where is it coming from. So on the plasma coil, I wanted it to look like the glow was coming internally and a little bit downwards, kind of to the bottom of the coil, like it's generating light before it basically shoots or emits the energy. So let's take a look at how we accomplish this. We accomplish this by taking blues and whites and basically thinning our paint down so that way everything runs into the recesses. We wanted to create that inner glow. Now, as intense as our light is going to be, we have to make sure that our shadows are just as intense, because that is the basic principle of object source lighting, is how intense your light is going to be, how, punchy is the glow going to be. You can accomplish this in a few ways, whether you're using the sponge method, an airbrush, or if you're just taking watered down white paint and getting it into all of the recesses first while your model is still black and white. From there, you'll build up little tonal variations and shifts until you get your blues saturated, and then you have to bring back the shadows. On the plasma coils, I accomplished this with a dry brush and a mixture of black and dark blue, and then just hit the uppermost edges of everything to kind of bring the shadows back so that the lights can really pop through and give it the effect of a glow. And it's the same principle with the headlights of this model as well. I took white paint, put it in the headlights, use an airbrush to basically filter in a color, and then reinforce the shadows again with a little bit of a dry brush and a little bit of glazing, just to get those shadows nice and stark again. Because again, the biggest principle of OSL is making sure that however intense your light is going to be, your shadows need to be right against it and just as intense. Alright guys, have a good one. Thanks for watching. And if you can, please give me a like, follow, subscribe. Also, you can check me out on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Same handle, guys.